Hey fam! Welcome back to another video, and again, this is Miss A, your classy beauty savvy, and welcome to another money talk. So if you like these kinds of videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and the notification bell so you'll get updated every single time I upload. So, ayun na nga, we will talk about sinking funds. So, from my previous video, money talk video, I have already shared what an emergency fund is. So, if you haven't checked that one out, I'll be linking it up in the iCard over there or in the description box. So, ayan. I also filmed a video regarding this wonderful top I have from Upay. If you haven't checked that one out, I'll be linking it down below as well. Alright, so ano nga ba ang sinking fund? Gusto mo bang malaman? Then, stay and let's jump right into the video. Okay, so ang sinking fund, everyone, ay isang savings na separate from you. It's an entire saving separate from your emergency and from your other savings account. A sinking fund is a savings na allotted lamang for temporary expenses. Okay? So, but these are actually predictable expenses. Always keep this in mind when thinking about sinking an emergency. Sinking fund is for temporary expenses and predictable expenses. But emergency fund, on the other hand, ay para siya sa mga unpredictable expenses. So again, to further understand what an emergency fund is, don't forget to watch my other video. So let's talk more about sinking funds. So ano ba ang mga examples sa mga predictable expenses mo within the year? So for example, Christmas. It happens every year and you spend every year for that. Another one would be birthdays, anniversaries, travels, and outings. These are expenses that you can predict. Actually, you can already start computing ahead of time. How much are you willing to spend for gifts for Christmas? How much are you willing to spend for Noche Buena for Christmas? New Year, how much are you willing to spend for fireworks and other food that you have to eat? Are you going out on a vacation on that particular year? How much are you willing to spend for that? So you have to have that budget in mind na. How much are you willing to spend for that particular category? And then you divide it into how many months are you going to save for it. Super duper easy. So I have the sinking fund that I have shared for last time, then sa aking envelope system. If you haven't watched that, you will know more about my sinking funds there. I have quite a few. Got the examples I've given you. Yun yung mga examples ng sinking funds ko. One of those would be, again, travel, upgrade for gadget upgrade, especially if you're doing YouTube live. So you have to upgrade every now and then. So that's also part of my sinking fund. Something predictable, something that I see myself doing in the future. So I have to save up for it. And it should be, again, outside from my emergency fund and from whatever savings I'm doing as well. So again, how do we compute it? So let's think about Christmas. Let's say, for example, hindi ka naman masyadong magarbo. And again, everyone, friends and family, I don't want you to be thinking na dahil nagsisave ka for sinking funds, you can already go all out. I want you to maximize the money that you can save up rather than the money that you can spend. So if you can really minimize the budget, better, rather than just spending it all at once. Like for example, Christmas, diba? It's very expensive. Like it's the most expensive season in the Philippines kasi you really have to share, and that's a really good habit then. Share your blessings, give gifts to family and friends. And if you're not prepared for it, you will get caught up of utang. Like you will use your credit card or you will use your 13-month pay for that. That's a big no-no. So if you can, then just save it up as early as January so that by the end of the year, you already have the money stored for your Christmas fund. So there's no need for you to use your 13-month pay for Christmas. So yon. So again, let's think of a budget. So for example, for Christmas, let's just make it super duper easy, guys, because I'm not good at math. Okay, so for example, we thought of 10,000 pesos budget for gift giving for Christmas. So, yung 10,000 pesos na yan, i-divide mo into how many months you plan out to save for it. So, for example, we started ng January for the earliest, parang simula pa lang ng taon, nag-start ka na mag-save for Christmas, then that's good. Again, keeping in mind our way of, getting income here in the Philippines, bi-weekly siya. So, again, twice a month. Okay? So, twice a month. So, kung twice a month siya, you will be allocating enough fund per twice a month. So, for example, 10,000 pesos. So, do your math. 10,000 divided by, of course, you have to have a due date. You cannot save up for Christmas and have it available by December 24. That is insane, you guys. You still have to prepare for a Christmas rush. You should be able to buy all of those gifts before pa man din mag-Christmas Day. So, you set your deadline. So, most likely November 20. By that, for example, November 30, if that is the end, or ganyan ka sumasahod. So, by November, you should be done saving up for your Christmas fund, the sinking fund. And then by December, or come December, you'll be using that amount to buy, my nephews are so noisy again, to buy for your Christmas gifts from the family you love and friends that you want to give gifts to. So, ganun siya. You cannot have the deadline ng exact date that you will be needing that money. So, it should be a month before so you can prepare for it. So, again, January tayo magsasave. By November, you should be done. So, there will be 2 paydays per month. So, 11 times 2 would be 22 months or 22 times that you will be allocating amount for that particular money. So, for example, 10,000 divided by 22, you'll be doing it like shedding 460 pesos per cut-off. So, 460 pesos per cut-off, it should be allotted sa iyong Christmas sinking fund. So, there you go. So, by the end of, almost the end of the year, you're already ready with that money. You can start spending it. So that's how it works. Again, this is on top of your other savings. So here's what I want you to think about when you're thinking of having your own sinking fund. This can eat up so much of your budget. So again, I suggest do not have a lot of sinking funds yet if you are still learning how to budget the money. Kasi nga, this can get get in the way in saving your emergency fund at baka unahin mo pa tong si sinking fund. Sinking fund is also important but not as important as emergency fund. So, I suggest you can just save up as how much you really are willing to save up for that particular sinking fund. So, ito ang other way around it. So, if you don't want to create a specific budget and you don't think you can commit to it, yet, now that you're still learning how to budget your money and you're prioritizing your emergency fund, then work on how much money do you really parang natitira. How much money ba ang natitira after you have set aside all of those important expenses? The bills, the savings, the emergency fund. After you've set aside all of those, how much pa ba yung natitira sa pera mo? Kung may natitira pa siya, yun ang iaalat mo ngayon for sinking fund. So that's how it will work. So again, it's not because you have set an amount and you think you can work with it, pero in reality, you really can't. Don't spread yourself too thin. Kasi kapag nangyari yun, you will be getting amount from your emergency fund at hindi rin yun makakatulong for you. So again, I suggest you prioritize your emergency fund, and then soon enough, if you already got the hang of it and you already have that amount that you want for your emergency fund, you can start building on your sinking fund. It's a baby step. It's not because you don't have a sinking fund right now, you're not budgeting your money well. It's not true. You just want to take small steps kasi uunahin mo muna yung pinaka importante. So again, don't make as many sinking funds na hindi mo kayang i-maintain. Okay, do not make a lot of sinking funds that you're not sure if you can maintain it. Kasi by the end of the day, you will be the one suffering. If there are a lot of envelopes you haven't, what do you call this, shed enough money into. So kailangan you can control your money well and you know where it's going. So there you go, guys. That's it for our sinking fund video. What are our takeaways today? I hope, number one, prioritize your emergency fund. Sinking fund will always be there only if there are still enough money left after you have already deducted those important expenses and savings. Okay? Number two, don't make a lot of sinking funds yet if you are still not comfortable. And of course, number three, emergency fund is different from sinking funds. Of course, you know now that emergency fund is for unpredictable events and circumstances, while sinking fund is for predictable expenses that happens on a regular basis or annual basis. So there you go, guys. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions or suggestions, any money talk ideas you want me to cover up soon or cover soon. Let me know. Thank you so much for being here and for watching this video, guys. Let's continuously become responsible human beings and manage our money well. Thank you for your time. I'll see you again next time, fam. Bye!